Welcome back to Bud Light Hog Talk here at District Bar and Grill, just a block away from the BMO Harris Bank Center. Our thanks to Ben Simon joining us in the first segment. I'm your host, Slavko Bekovic. Joining us now is not Joakim Nordstrom, as Mike Peck likes to say. It's Joakim Nordstrom, which is probably not the best way to say his last name either. But nice round of applause for Joakim.
Thank you.
Welcome to Rockford, making your North American debut here with the IceHogs. I guess first and foremost, describe your game to the IceHogs fans. They want to get to know who you are, so tell them about you and your game and what you'll bring to the team on the ice.
Oh, okay. That's it's pretty hard. I can play both center or play on a wing. Doesn't matter which side. I think I'm more of a defensive player, more of a shutdown player, but also can bring some offense to the team and pretty good skater. So, that's me.
That's you. Yeah. Now, the first thing I noticed is that you speak very good English.
Thank you.
Did you learn English growing up as a kid? Was it required in school, or how did you get so good at speaking English?
Yeah, first of all, we started pretty early. As a young kid in school, 2 times a week we study English, and then like TV back home, everything is in English. I got some teammates from over here, and some friends that I like to keep in touch with.
Sure. Is there any players maybe that you would model your game in the NHL or players that fans might know of?
Yeah, absolutely. Like Jonathan Taves.
Okay. That's a good player to model your game after, right? Absolutely. He's not too bad.
No, he's very good. Also, like Patrick Kane, even though like he's just fun to watch. And
did you see that spinorama backhand goal the other day? Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. Well, those two. Also, like Marcus Kruger. He's more of a defensive role here, so I can learn a lot from those 3. Yeah.
Did you have a favorite NHL team growing up, or a favorite player that you really liked watching as a kid?
Growing up, always watched Detroit Red Wings because of all the Swedes there.
Sure.
But I never really had a favorite team. I was here in Chicago back in 2006 with my old hockey team, and by then I saw my first NHL game. It was actually Chicago against Nashville, and Chicago won. So
at the United Center?
Yeah. So ever since then, I liked Chicago too.
It's a good answer. You have to be a Hawks fan if you're going to play for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, obviously. So.
Any favorite players or guys that you kind of looked up to as a kid?
Pavel Datsyuk.
Yeah, he's pretty filthy.
Yeah.
He's still scoring goals obviously it's his job, but his hands are one of the best in the NHL.
Yeah, I have to agree there. Yeah.
Now you came from, it's AIK is the acronym. Can you say what the actual name of the team is in Swedish so everyone can hear it? Because I typed it out and I don't even want to.
Yeah, in Swedish?
Yeah.
AIK.
Yeah.
Then Allmänna Idrottsklubben.
Ishockeyforening?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that was good.
See, I can try a little Swedish. Is that in Stockholm?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You're from just outside of Stockholm, though, right?
Yeah, like 15 minutes outside, and then the team is located in Stockholm. Yeah.
Is that the number 1 team in Stockholm, or is there obviously there's I think 3 teams in the top league in Sweden that are from the city of Stockholm?
No, not anymore. Now it's only AIK that's in the highest league.
Okay.
Our rivalry team, Djurgården, just got relegated last year. So
breaking news.
So we're the top team for sure.
Now you signed your NHL entry-level contract last year, but decided to play the season down or up in Sweden, I guess. Was that an organizational decision, or was that a personal decision you made? You wanted to stay, maybe just comfort level or whatever it may be.
Yeah, well, it was like both of us, both from my side and from the organization over here. I felt that I wanted to stay for another year and get more mature as a human being, just outside the rink too.
Sure.
And I didn't feel ready to move over as ready as I am now.
So obviously this season that you played paid off for you. You feel as though you got better, you got more mature off the ice.
Yeah.
Do you think it helped you with your game on the ice as well?
Yeah, I think it did. I had a pretty big role on the team, playing penalty killing, power play, and a lot of 5-on-5. So yeah, it helped me out a lot.
I was looking at some of the teams that you played on through your career and some of the teammates that you had. One of the guys that stood out to me right away, Victor Foss, the goaltender now for the Anaheim Ducks. How long did you play with him?
I played with him for 2 years, I think it was, yeah.
He's obviously done a pretty good job so far for Anaheim. They're doing very well so far this season.
Yeah, he has, and he was so good for us too. Almost like carrying the whole team to semifinal 2 years in a row, and I'm happy for him. He's a guy who has worked hard his entire career and played in low divisions and worked his way up. So I'm just happy for him.
He's an older guy. I think he's 31 right now, and
Yeah,
made
he
his
is.
NHL debut and won his first 6 or 8 starts. So it's kind of a different story for him, but certainly, like you said, he's played all throughout, and it's a good story to have a guy like that and come and have success in the NHL.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a great guy, like I said, and yeah, he worked really hard, even though he had some injuries. And like I said, playing in lower divisions, he just battled his way through it, and it pays off.
You've got to be pretty happy to see him succeed as a former teammate. Then again, the Blackhawks and Ducks kind of battling it out right now for the top seed in the West. You don't want to root for him too much, right?
No, absolutely not. Like I really want the Blackhawks to win as many games as possible. So
They're doing a good job so far.
yeah,
right?
they are. Yeah.
Do you keep a lot of tabs on the Hawks and how they've been doing this year?
Yeah, I do. Like I like to watch the highlights and just stay in touch and see how it goes for the team. Yeah.
On the American Hockey League level, a couple names that you played with as well. Magnus Hellberg, who we might see Friday against the Milwaukee Admirals. Nicholas Jensen as well. He just came over from Sweden for the Chicago Wolves. He was a first-round pick for the Canucks. How well do you know those two?
I know Nicholas Jensen pretty good, actually. We played on the same team this year, and we were pretty good friends too. Hang out a lot outside the hockey rink, and yeah, he's a good player, and I have to keep an extra eye on him when he's on the ice because he's a good goal scorer.
He's a physical player too for an offensive guy, right?
Yeah, he is. He likes to stick his nose in the dirty areas.
Now, you head west to Abbotsford and you make your debut. There's a big time difference, obviously, between Sweden and the United States. You come to Rockford, and now you have to travel even further west. It's a 2-hour time zone difference. Was that a big adjustment for you?
Yeah, it was, but I think it helped me out a lot. Even like coming here, I had a few days here to adjust a little bit, and so I think it would have been way worse if I came straight from Sweden to Abbotsford. So.
Are you all situated now in Rockford? You've got a place to stay. You're ready to go.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Now the debut you made on Friday in Abbotsford. Were you nervous at all making your American Hockey League debut?
No, actually not. I thought I was gonna be more nervous, but no. Like all the guys have been nice to me and accepted me into the group, so it wasn't that big of a difference.
Do you think if you played at home, it would have been maybe a little more nerve-wracking for you?
Yeah, actually now, thinking about the upcoming game here, I'm a little bit nervous. But it's gonna be it's gonna be so fun to play in front of our fans, and hopefully we get a win too.
Well, like you heard Ben Simon say earlier, the IceHogs fans are as passionate as they get. So if you play well, they'll love you. Trust me on that one. Now coming back, you didn't get any points this weekend, but the team got 3 out of 4 points. How closely had you followed the team before you came over, as far as where they stand right now in the Western Conference and in the playoff race?
Well, I followed this team a little bit more the second half of the season than the first half. So I know that we have a good chance here to make it to the playoffs, and so we're gonna work hard every day and just try to get as many points as possible here.
The biggest adjustment I think that you'll hear most guys say coming over from Sweden is smaller ice surface here in North America. Has that been, obviously only 2 games for you, so still kind of feeling your way out, but have you noticed a big difference at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I unfortunately skated into the boards a couple of times in practice, but yeah, I played a couple of games in the smaller ice, World Juniors,
Sure.
and some other like games during the camp, and so I'm a little bit familiar to the smaller ice, but it's still a pretty big adjustment.
What would you say the biggest difference between the 2 leagues is, the American Hockey League and the Swedish Elite League?
I think the way that we play in Sweden is more of a puck control.
Okay.
Like you never really dump the puck in. It's more just taking control of the puck, and over here it's more just get it in and go get it back.
We got a question on Twitter from Savannah. She says, what is the biggest challenge for you personally transitioning from Sweden to the States, meaning off the ice?
Oh, it's probably cooking all the food and
Okay.
taking
You a big
care
chef?
of myself. No, I'm not actually.
So that's not good. You eat out too much, or what's the biggest adjustment?
Yeah, well, this week we've been eating out maybe too much. So last night we went to shop some groceries. So me and Byron were gonna start the cooking now.
So you and Frey's kind of not necessarily living together, but moving into the same hotel for right now. So essentially roommates. How's that worked out for you so far?
Very good. He's been so nice, taking care of me every day, and I couldn't ask for any better help.
Another question on Twitter from Nick. Are you still taking time for the body to adjust from the big time zone difference from Sweden?
No, I don't think so. Like I get my good night's sleep every night, and I do wake up a little bit too early, but you know, I enjoy that more than like being tired in the morning. So
Sure.
yeah.
Did it help you to have a couple Swedish teammates coming over with Carlson and Dahlbeck? Did you know them at all before coming over to the IceHogs?
Yeah, I know Klaus a little bit. Met him in camp this summer, and also a couple of times back in Sweden. So I knew him, and I only met Henrik Karlsson once. But yeah, of course, he helped me out. It's always nice to have someone to talk Swedish to, and
Go to the Swedish restaurants with a little bit?
yeah, I haven't been there yet, but I'll probably go there. Yeah.
I know Marcus Kruger was a big fan of the Swedish restaurant here in Rockford, and you said you knew him. You've known him for quite some time, though, since you were a kid, right?
Yeah, I grew up.
I guess you were both kids.
Yeah, I grew up playing with his younger brother, and
Okay.
also his dad was my coach. So, yeah, I met Marcus a couple of times at the rink, and always looking up to him when he played because he was so good even back then.
What was it like playing for his dad? What kind of coach was he?
Oh, he was players coach. He was like Marcus, very smart. Always saw the small details in the game. So yeah, he helped me out a lot in my career. Yeah.
Anything that you took maybe from Marcus in your experience, being with him or knowing him? Yeah, he's obviously a guy who takes a lot of pride in his preparation, and he's very smart hockey IQ.
Yeah, and also like outside, he's so like serious or well, he does everything 100%. Like takes care of his body, like his workout, and he's a good role model for sure.
Did you know any other IceHogs teammates before you came over? Obviously, you played with guys in the prospect camps.
Yeah, that's from where like I met Byron 2 years ago, Clendenning. So I spoke to a few of them at camp. Yeah.
Anyone that you were particularly good friends with?
Yeah, Adam Clendenning. I spoke to him a lot last 2 years in camp.
Did you talk to him at all while you were over in Sweden, just kind of get a feel for what it's like over here?
No, I did not.
Okay. Now, you mentioned your juniors' experience back in 2012. You were an alternate captain for that Swedish team, won a gold medal. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was absolutely. It was cool. Very good experience to play in the smaller ice and against that good players, and also coming out with a tournament win with the gold medal. So yeah, it was very fun.
What did you take from that experience, kind of as a player on the ice and off the ice, as far as maturity? And I'm sure you have lots of great memories from that tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Like off the ice, it was so hyped up with media. So like learning how to handle media and also playing that many games in a short time. It was a new experience.
What's the media like? The media horde there. It was in Calgary, so obviously Canada's all about hockey. Was it kind of overwhelming at times to have all the media and that focus on you guys?
Yeah, but I have to say that we enjoyed it. They were on us pretty much every day, and at the rink and at the hotel sometimes. But I think it was fun in anyway. So it's always nice to be how do you say, known or
Famous?
Yeah, famous. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, how would you compare the media, I guess, to Sweden? What kind of coverage do the teams get there in the elite league?
Not that much. It's after every game they write something about it.
Sure.
And, but it's most of the time they only write down the negative stuff.
Really?
Yeah. So
That's not good.
no, I think over here like they like to bring out the positive stuff from a game and from players. So it's kind of different.
How big is the sport of hockey then, I guess, in Sweden? Football or soccer, I guess, is number one, right?
Yeah, it is. And then I have to say that hockey is the second biggest sport.
But there is, you would say, primarily the coverage for the media and the focus is on soccer?
Yeah, half of the year. Like in summertime, it's soccer, and then in winter, it's hockey for sure.
Describe what it was like for you getting drafted by the Blackhawks. Did you have any idea, that they were looking at you or that they might be a team that might select you, and it was a third-round pick? So, I mean, obviously, you've got to be a pretty proud moment for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Being draft eligible, you always speak to a few teams and go to draft interviews, and I I only spoke to Blackhawks once actually, and it's so hard to say like before the draft who's gonna pick you and who's not. So I was back in Sweden watching the draft on my computer, and I was going to grab something to eat. So when I came back, my friend Ludwig Rensfeldt, who got picked from by Chicago too, called me from. He was in Los Angeles. He called me and like, oh, you got picked to Blackhawks. We're in the same team.
That's pretty cool.
So I just missed it, but I'm very happy to be drafted by Chicago. I think it's a very good organization, and yeah, I'm very happy to be here.
We're going to do a little quick fire action to finish it off. So just whatever the first thing that comes to your mind, I guess. Favorite food?
Tacos.
Tacos. Is there a lot of tacos in Sweden?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Maybe everybody except, I thought I was going to say meatballs, but I have to say tacos. Yeah.
Is there Taco Bells in Sweden?
No, there's not.
No? Interesting. Tacos. I would not have guessed tacos. Favorite musician?
Right now, Toby Keith.
Okay. Favorite movie?
I don't know. Skyfall.
Good
James
one. I just
Bond,
watched that last week. It's a good movie, yeah. Favorite color?
Blue.
Okay. Favorite hockey team?
Blackhawks.
There you go. Favorite non-hockey team? It can be a Swedish team, whatever it is. You a big soccer fan?
AIK. I have to say my former team.
Okay. Favorite vacation destination?
Spain.
Spain. Where'd you go in Spain?
Alicante.
Okay. I don't know where that is.
Oh.
And last one. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
It would be nice to be able to fly.
I agree with that one. That's a good one. Well, Joakim, thanks for the time.
Thank you very much.
Give it up for Joakim Nordstrom, new IceHogs forward. We'll be back with more Bud Light Hog Talk coming up right here on 23.2 Antenna TV. We'll have Byron Fraze coming up. Stay tuned.